Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Sound Affair.
I see you in the bar at night, acting like a fool, talking to the young girls, breaking all the rules. You're happy when you've got a drink, but we know it won't last. You got one hand on the bottle, one foot in the past. Now you're on the dance floor, doing all your moves, like old guys at a wedding, think they're in the groove. You've got on your old tight jeans, you think you look real cool. That's okay until you try to get back on your stool. You're old enough to know better. You don't want to hear, to live your life like you're 18. Just won't turn back the year. I see that you joined Facebook, another dodgy sites. You don't dating on the internet, somehow don't seem right. You send someone your photo, it's taken from a bar. You think she'll recognize you in that single spot. You got yourself a mobile phone, it's the latest style. You chat with certain game and text, just takes a while. You hold the phone at arm's length to get the app you want. Trouble is, you have to use the very largest font. You're old enough to know better. You don't want to hear, to live your life like you're 18. Just won't turn back the years. They mailed you out a voucher to join the local gym for a little gentle exercise, a sauna and a swim. You check out the equipment to see which one you like, but the trainer wants the doctor's note to let you on the bike. So you saw the doc today, and it ain't good news. Something you already knew, no more bags of booze. You don't have to worry, no need to preach the truth. The weekend's here, another chance to capture your lost youth. You're old enough to know better. You don't want to hear, to live your life like you're 18. Just won't turn back the years.
I've been living in Mayo now overnight, and I love it here. But when I left where I'm from, people said to me, you know, Tony, how are you going to adjust from the big city living of the concrete jungle of Waterford to the small rural setting of Mayo? Well, now I just think of myself as a metropolitan caterpillar gone into a country butterfly. Check out this video about Mayo.
I ran through bay waters in County Mayo. You meet friendly people wherever you go. So I must confess, way down in the west is my home place in Mayo, the place I love best. You may go to your cities for fortune and fame, come back to Mayo for fishing and game. If there's need for rest, come back to the west, to your home place in Mayo, the place I love best. Be it not Crossmolina or old Newport town, Castle by Westport, both famed and renowned, Ackle, Belmullet, where fond memories grow. Come back to your home place in County Mayo. You may go to your cities for fortune and fame, come back to Mayo for fishing and game. If there's need for rest, come back to the west, your home place in Mayo, the place I love best. Living in Dublin, Cork or Tralee, working in Limerick or far overseas. Kate me the falchion is waiting, you see, when you visit your friends in Mayo by the sea. You may go to your cities for fortune and fame, come back to Mayo for fishing and game. If there's need for rest, come back to the west, to your home place in Mayo, the place I love best. To your home place in Mayo, the place I love best.
Well, we just watched a beautiful video there of Mayo and the stunning scenery, and I'd like to introduce you now to the three lads here from a great country band based in Mayo, Sound Affair, and I'll introduce you to Sammy, Ken and Roy. And I'd like to just first of all say, Sammy, you're the only Mayo man.
That's right, the only Irishman.
The only Irishman. And the other two are adopted Irishmen, is that right?
But at this stage, yes.
I'm more adopted than Janet.
Well, we've got the
I'm half
true
Irish.
Irishman, Scotchman and Englishman.
Yeah.
And I'd like to point out to the viewers here, Sammy, you're a legend in your own lifetime with the Clue Bay Drifters and numerous other bands in Mayo.
Thank you
And
very
I
much.
believe, Lisa, you know a little bit more about Roy.
Well, I do, and you know, I didn't realise this until I actually saw you today, but we met when I was only a child.
yeah.
I was travelling around with my mum, Maisie McDaniel. Yeah, that's right. And you were
That's
with
right.
Daniel O'Donnell
That's right. Yeah.
at the time, and he was only starting out,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
Yeah.
So you have quite a
19
CV. Don't
Oh,
look at
no,
the year.
no,
Give away the
1990.
age. But you have quite a CV, haven't you, really? I mean, you've toured
Well, I
with so
have.
many people. And didn't you support Johnny Cash with
Yeah,
TR Dallas?
Sandy was doing the Johnny Cash tour,
Sandy
and she had
Kelly.
to come back to do the Sandy Kelly. She had to come back to do the Patsy Cline story,
Right.
and TR got the job of doing support to Johnny Cash, and he asked me to go over and play bass with him. And
Wow.
that was some experience.
What was it like? What was he like?
Oh, he was an incredible guy.
Yeah.
He was so nice, such a gentleman. You know, he wouldn't actually speak to you unless you spoke to him, like, you know. But once you spoke to him,
Yeah.
he was so, you know, he was so nice.
Yeah.
It was getting near to the end of the tour, and I wanted his autograph, and I sort of kind of, you know, worried about going and approaching him, like, you know. But eventually I plucked up the courage and I met him in the corridor of the dressing rooms, and I said, Johnny, would you mind signing this for me? And I had a sheet of paper from Leeds or Sheffield Town Hall, and it was headed, you know. And I said, would you mind signing this for me? And he said, sure, no problem. He got it down, and he said, you haven't got anyone else's? And I said, no, come along with me. And he brought me around all the dressing rooms, June Carter Cash, the Carter sisters, the Carter family. You know, Wesley Robinson, Roy Orbison's son was on the show. Brought me into them all.
Unbelievable.
You know, yeah.
All the big stars. And now you're with Ken and you're with Sammy now.
Yeah. Even bigger stars.
Yeah.
Even bigger stars, as you say. And now back to Ken there. How do you find Ken playing in an Irish country band after starting off as an English rocker?
Well, to be perfectly honest, it was kind of difficult at first because everything is based on old-fashioned dances over here, so it's like quick steps and foxtrots and waltzes. I hadn't done those since I was about 15, so I was kind of thrown at first, but I soon got into it. And to be honest, there's nothing better than seeing a whole crowded dance floor when you're playing and people are enjoying themselves, you know.
Now again, lads, you've got your own website, I believe.
We have, yes, www.soundafaircountryband.com.
So for all the viewers today, you've got Sound Affair with their website, and you've got Bernadette Ruddy with the website, and Frank McCaffrey. Well, thanks a million, guys, for being on the show.
Thank you.
It's been our pleasure having you, and we hope to see you again in the future.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Thanks for having
guys.
us.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.